The Pinetree, the light paintings of Bae Byung-woo, a Korean photographer. What would have possessed Sir Elton John, the world-renowned pop star, when he looked upon these pines? Prince Philippe of Belgium invited Bae Byung-woo to his palace after seeing these pines. Photographer Bae Byung-woo's pine trees, which seem to draw us into the world over the hill of our hearts. What is the nature of this mysterious attraction? What are the unique stories that he carries? Why do people pay attention to Bae Byung-woo? What makes us vulnerable to his pictures? A lot of people have gathered.
Welcoming.
It's Korean photographer Bae Byung-woo's exhibition titled Sacred Wood.
All his work in this room.
I like this picture because when I see this picture, it makes me feel like I want to sleep. It gives me this feeling that I feel comfortable. I feel like kind of safe. I feel like I can walk through the forest. I can sit somewhere. I'm just totally inspired by the things, by the tree, and there's something, it's a magic around. This is what I feel when I see this beautiful picture. So I think this is a picture that you should hang up in your room, where you sleep, where you're with your man that you love and everything. So for me, this is one of the pictures that I love.
As I said, I think it's not only the cultural heritage. I think it's even more his discussion with life, because it deals with the earth and water side of the lower end, and it deals with the ether and air on the upper end, and the dialogue between the two sides, which are then representing fire, the fire element, which is life, which is movement. And you can see in the trees they all have this pendulation movement, this oscillation. That's a dialogue which I think represents a lot, says a lot about life.
The vibe that each one feels from the pictures is unique. The author gives something extra to those who look for his photo book. The story. It is an exceptional delight that Sacred Wood is able to give. Berlin, the newest and rising mecca for modern art. Even in Berlin, the story of Sacred Wood is a hot issue. Amazingly, Korea, that people have never been to, and Korean pine trees that people have never seen at all, are easily approachable to people all over the world. What is the secret to this approachability?
Ja, also das ist eine ganz merkwürdige Stimmung, die einen hier in dem Raum irgendwie
einnimmt. Also dadurch, dass der Raum auch schon so clean ist, so weiß und ganz hart und dann diese Bilder, die so ein bisschen düster wirken und ein bisschen theatralisch auch. Ja, ist ein schöner Kontrast und animiert zum länger auch hinschauen. Also so ist es wirklich wie so ein Durchwandern der Bilder. Ist ganz schön.
Und was ich ganz schön finde, ist bei diesen Wäldern, das ist für unsere Kiefernwälder ja total untypisch, dass sie so krumm wachsen. Also sie wirken wie Personen eigentlich, lebendig, dadurch, dass sie geschwungen gewachsen sind. Und das macht das Ganze wie zu ein bisschen was wie so eine Theaterbühne auch für mich.
Dr. Wagner, a famous photo critic from Germany, is talking about Bae Byung-woo. The interpretation and the story of the heart felt by someone else delights Bae Byung-woo.
Die Fotografien es dem Betrachter ermöglichen, gleichsam eine Erfahrung dieses Waldes zu machen, die ihrerseits sehr vielfältig ist, die sowohl die Erfahrung von Natur beinhaltet, aber eben auch die Erfahrung von Kultur, eben auch die Erfahrung der großen Bedeutung, die die Kiefer und der Kiefernwald in der Kultur Koreas spielt. Das alles kommt in den Fotografien zusammen.
What is the Korean culture embedded in sacred wood? And what are the meanings of pine trees in Korea? The story of sacred wood has been published in Germany. The black and white content of the book strongly draws people's attention.
Wonderful. It's a great idea. I mean, I love the format. I love the style, you know. You have all these lines and it's very graphical in a sense, but also very a deep mood. It's very touching, actually.
For years, photographer Bae Byung-woo's pictures of pine trees have attracted exceptional attention of the international art community. To be recognized as such with photographs of nature is very rare. From pop artist Sir Elton John to Spain's Mongo collection and France's Sisley collection, internationally renowned collectors, galleries, and museums have his works. The Pine Tree. It was 20 years ago when he was in Germany as an exchange professor that Bae Byung-woo decided on pine trees as his lifelong subject. But why did he think of the pine tree in Europe?
내가 쓴 땅에 있는 문제를 가지고 그걸 형상화시키는 게 결국은 모든 작가한테 해당되는 하나의 문제고 다시 또 해결돼야 될 그런 부분이다. 그런 게 결론이 그때 낮은 거죠. 그래서 저는 이제 38부터 확실하게 더 내가 가진 걸 구현시키는데 이렇게 흔들리지 않고 갈 수 있었던 거. 그러니까 그게 뭐 죽은 우리 와이프도 제가 소나무 찍으러 간다 그러면 웃는 거예요. 비웃는 거예요. 이 시대에 무슨 소나무냐는 거예요. 왜 그런 걸 하고 있냐고 계속 물어봐줬기 때문에 제가 그걸 더 튼튼하게 무장할 수 있었던 거예요. 도대체 너 삶하고 이게 무슨 관계가 있냐 이거야. 또 직접적인 관계가 있냐. 너 소나무와 너 삶하고.
This is the pine forest that Bae Byung-woo sought most frequently. To the local villagers, it is a forest to stroll in the morning. Even for Koreans, Bae Byung-woo has offered a new view of pines. He has made our eyes rest on pine trees. No fine trees stand straight. They reach out for the sky, bending and twisting. Some lean against each other, as if resting on each other's soul. Eyes of Medusa that loves the beauty of Korea, and Mr. Pinetree are Bae Byung-woo's nicknames. He looked in every nook and cranny in search of the beauty of this land. However, the beautiful nature of Korea he has filled in his photographs was not the unexplored or the picturesque scenery, but the trees that we can meet with everywhere in the mountains and fields. They are pine trees. He captures the essence of Korean beauty and the scenery in the heart that remembers the roots of Korean sentiment.
경주 같은 경우는 제가 34살부터 지금 60이 다 됐으니까 오랫동안 26여 년 갔잖아요. 그러면 좀 친숙해지죠. 그리고 나무도 숲도 변화하거든요. 인간의 수명이 100년이면은 보통 소나무가 200년이에요. 그러니까 어떻게 생각하면은 비슷한 친구 될 수도 있는 거거든요. 그래서 그 막 짜릿한 전율보다는 그냥 친근감이 느껴지고, 예를 들어서 저보다 훨씬 나이 많은 나무, 300년, 500년 된 나무들은 전 경외감이 드는 거죠.
There is a very interesting story about an unknown kingdom in the literatures of the medieval Arab. After crossing 9 seas from the Mediterranean Sea, there was a beautiful country with clear waters and a lot of gold. The country was 1,000-year-old kingdom, Shilla dynasty. The statue of an Arab stands to this day, guarding the royal tomb for 1,000 years, as if it testifies the legends of the glorious kingdom. Sacred wood that led us into extraordinary imaginations. Bae Byung-woo's pine trees were the pine forest that surrounds the king's tombs of the Shilla dynasty. Pine trees that surround the graves, dore sol in Korean. In the past, our ancestors served the pine as a tree of soul that linked the life and the death. Bae Byung-woo calls it the pine of worship. pine forest of Shilla King's tombs. Especially the pine forest of Three Kings' tombs at BAE was the main stage where Bae Byung-woo has worked from 1985 till now. He greeted the countless morning sun in this forest like friends aging together, and have been watching the joy and hardships of this forest. Like that mountain Namsan armored pine. It is a portion of the Korean national anthem. To have a noble skin that emulates iron armor or dragon scale, it takes about 100 years. The bark tells us everything about the tree, its age, the passing of wind and frost, even its trials and hardships. As the wrinkles on one's face are the memories of a life, the bark tells the history of a forest.
그 나무의 삶이나 사람의 삶이나 비슷하다고 봐요. 물론 나무는 움직일 수가 없죠. 그러나 그 안에서 나무들끼리 경쟁도 하고 서로 뭐 이렇게 싸우기도 하고 그런 것 같아요. 그리고 이제 뭐 한 5년 전, 6년 전에 태풍이 크게 불었거든요. 그래서 큰 나무들이 쓰러지면 작은 나무들은 그게 치워가지고 전부 비명 행사하는 거예요. 그래서 그 경주 숲의 나무에 한 4분의 1에서 조금 더 많이 쓰러졌어요. 다, 그러니까 죽은 거죠. 쓰러졌으니까. 그런 거 보면은 인간의 삶하고 똑같죠. 멍청하게 서 있다가 옆에서 한 대 쳐가지고 쓰러져서 같이 죽는 거죠. 사람 사는 거하고 숲속 삶이라는 게 그렇게 틀리지 않는다. 그렇게 생각하는 거죠.
This is Bae Byung-woo's workroom. It is a unique space in that the kitchen and the bookshelf exist together. He is one of a few photographers that still work with film. The pine tree as a theme, an analog working system. In a sense, these don't keep time with the rapidly changing digital world. However, the interesting thing is that the international art community is rather showing more interest in Mr. Pinetree and his works.
소나무가 제일 많이 죽어요. 왜냐? 이 온도가 온난화되면서 소나무가 이 숲속에서 지는 거죠, 싸움에. 그러니까 그 사람들도 이 금세기에 일어난 이런 자연적인 그 재앙이랄까요? 그 변화에 대해서 느끼고, 아, 그러면 우리가 다시 우리가 지구상에 있는 자연에서 이 나무는 뭔가 하는 생각을 약간 고쳐 생각하는 것 같아요. 그리고 제가 나무를 오랫동안 찍었으니까 특히 그 나무에서 우리가 동양 정신이 느껴지니까 관심을 갖는 것 같아요.
Pine trees, nature in Korea, and the cultural heritage of humans. They are the themes of Bae Byung-woo. This social studies textbook is more prized to him than any of his other books. He finds the greatest joy if his photographs give teenagers the opportunity to further their imagination. The textbook introduces him as the artist who opened the world's heart with a Korean theme and image. There are some who express his pictures as imaginary taste.
지금은 암실 프로세스가 없어졌는데요. 이게 암실 프로세스가 있었을 때는 그 암실 교과서에 나오는 게 그냥 이 레시피대로 똑같이 지키는 거는 우리가 현상인화해서 똑같아요, 요리하고. 그 저기 밭대에 담아놓고 완전히 완벽하게 색깔이 재현될까지 정확하게 기다려야 되거든요. 네, 그런 거가 다르죠. 그냥 똑같은 거죠. 기본 원리는. 요리하는 거하고 또 그렇게 나와요. 요리하는 거하고 마찬가지다.
The pines in Bae Byung-woo's pictures have a unique taste. They seem more like paintings than photos. For a person who majored in painting, Bae Byung-woo says his work is a light painting drawn with a modern-day brush, the camera. And his pictures are a witness to tradition and a story of its memory. The thing that Bae Byung-woo wants to remember and testify is the paintings in the literary art style. They are the paintings of intellectuals in the Chosun dynasty who enjoyed paintings and writings, and the vein of Korean landscape.
이 경제정선 그림의 99%의 소나무가 표현되어 있는데 우리가 짧은 시간의 그림 같은 소나무, 긴 시간 동안 바라본 소나무, 그리고 근경에 있는 소나무, 중경에 있는 소나무, 멀리 원경에 있는 소나무, 이런 것들을 아주 정확하게 소나무의 개성을 살려서 가장 훌륭하게 표현한 한국 화가가 아닌가. 그래서 저는 소나무를 찍으면서 경제정선 그림들을 들여다보면서 우리가 가진 전통의 그 그림에 나타난 것들하고 혹은 또 문학에 나타나는 것들, 우리가 뭐 윤선대 오후가라든지 이런 나타나는 것들을 사진적으로 어떻게 재현할까, 또 재창조할까.
There are some things that cannot be erased from memory. Hometown scenery, childhood memories, the taste of mom's cooking. Bae Byung-woo's hometown is Yosu.
박대라고 하기도 하고 서대라 하기도 하죠. 그러니까 서해안에서 남해안 쪽으로 이렇게 나는 생선이고 이 여수 여기는 서대해가 유명하잖아요.